Hello, I'm actually in Munich today and I'm quite excited because just in a few minutes we will be with the directors of Innovation Hub West, North, East, South and Central together on stage for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic started. So you can imagine, I'm quite excited to share stage with them and also to learn more about how we're boosting sustainable urban mobility infrastructure, which is, by the way, the topic of our month, on stage with them. So just a few minutes and we will be there in our inauguration event of the Innovation Hub Central.
Jezebel, you're going on stage.
Okay, so see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Let's address some questions to the directors, because not so often we have them here on the stage, so let's take advantage of that. And the first question goes to the first who wants to run to the airport, because he has a meeting, an event tomorrow in Madrid, which is also very important. Daniel, here we have a lot of partners, and partners are really important for our community because they make this to move forward. Can you tell us how we're supporting the partners with the proposals and, of course, with the ongoing projects?
Okay, yeah. I will try to explain very simple. The first thing that we need to know is, I think, we need to map about our partners. This is our role as Innovation Hub directors. And that means that we have a dedicated team in the hubs that support and know what our partners are doing, okay? That means that we can extract from your companies what are your needs and what you want to connect, what are the ideas that you want to develop. And from that, our teams work in collaboration between the different hubs in order to create successful proposals. This is the activities that we are doing as a hubs, but also you know that we have other ideation and matchmaking. Some of these events are more public. That means that we also attract other partners. That's the reason that we are incorporating the network partners in order to bring new organizations that will bring other visions of maybe of these ideas that you want to develop. And for the proposal phase, I think there are some critical moments that is where we can give you a lot of support, okay? That means that, especially for the core partners, we are offering you the possibility to meet our people from innovation, for academy, for business creation, in order that you can have the share of ideas and to identify if your ideas fit well in under our proposals. And then, finally, when you already have your proposal, you already have selected the partners, you are ready to present the proposal. From the HAS perspective, we have a program that we name Project Clinic. That means that we, with external consultants, we help to increase the success rate of your proposals, okay? Because our aim is that from the idea to the proposals, you are able to succeed. And this is our role to support you.
Thank you, Daniel. And actually, you link to the next question, because indeed, it's like support and facilitate your work to make this be real, which is the question for our host today, Judith. How are we facilitating local and regional networking within the hubs? Yes, Daniel, thanks a lot for your time here.
Thank you. That was a difficult question, huh?
Okay, question is, how do we
facilitate the local and regional networking within the hubs?
Yeah, so you've seen we have the geography of the hubs, and of course we want to connect our partners also within this geography. What we do at a very basic level, my team, me, we have our bi-weekly meetings where we inform all partners in our hubs on what's new. But we also use these meetings to showcase them to each other, to showcase projects. So every 2 weeks, online meeting. We also have, of course, events like today, right? I mean, wasn't possible over the last year, but we will do this. We will also do ideation events with the partners in our hubs so that we actually define the thematic areas in which they are most interested in and then to connect them to the others. What is also in plan is that we, in addition to the RIS hubs we cannot do everything for Munich, right? So the idea is that we create so-called sub-hubs within our geography. So, for example, we want to, beginning of next year, we want to create a sub-hub in northern Italy, supporting Innovation Hub Central or working very closely together with us here in Munich to find further partners. Example of Italy has wonderful cities, has densely populated city centers. There is so much to be had, but to translate this also into the local and the regional context and to scout for the partners. This is what the plan is, and of course in this way we want to integrate the partners now with the Italian example, but we also want to do this, of course, for Austria and Switzerland. So this is what we do at the hub level to integrate our partners. And I think one important thing is to listen to the partners and take up their ideas. Thank you.
Indeed, support and listen the partners and also link to the ideation process to make the calls being as adjusted to the realities needed. And that leads me to the next question, which goes to Edwin. How are we supporting this ideation process?
Yeah, a lot has already been said about about ideation processes, etc. Absolutely fine. Regarding ideation and the ideation to call process in this case, so we start, as Garrett this morning already mentioned, together with Iljana, to decide actually together with you around the challenge areas. Which challenge areas are the most suitable for the next couple of years or the next type of business plan? So when we've got all these challenge areas fixed, then you move into the ideation process in your hub, reach out to your partners where you would like to further engage with. That will be divided by the thematic areas, and in addition, and in parallel actually in the process, we reach out across hub. So we reach out to Hub North, we reach out to Munich, reach out to the east, and don't forget the south, while Danny is running for getting a plane. And then the consortium will be developed, and finally the whole process is going to start. So that's how we do it, preferably in one-on-one sessions, more than one sessions, physically at hub level or at partner level. That is definitely what we need after such a long period of seeing each other just behind an OLED screen. So that's my preferable way of doing it, touching base locally.
Thanks a lot, Edwin. And as you can see, this network is connected through each hub. As he was saying, Edwin was mentioning that they link and reach out with each of the innovation hubs, not only the innovation hubs, but also the RIS hubs, the ones that I tried to present a little bit earlier. And that's the link to the next question, which goes for Ryan, which is how are we trying to integrate the RIS hubs into the innovation hubs?
I think many information was said by Judith when she was explaining the local innovation hub. So something similar we can explain in the case of RIS Innovation Hub. So we need the knowledge they have in the country. We need them to reach important stakeholders for us, to help us with building the ecosystem, give us the network important, and also inform us about interesting startups or engage us in interesting events and give us information coming from the respective countries. So I think I will not go deeper because many information, I would repeat it, but of course if you are interested in RIS and RIS hubs, so I am open to answer particular questions, or also, as was mentioned, Ben is also open. He's not here, but he will be very happy.
Okay, so we know about integration, ideation process, support, and facilitate the networking. And how do we scale up, and how do we outreach and scale up the solutions? Hendrik, that goes for you.
The answer is 2.749. No, that's the tricky question here. Of course, first of all, scaling. Yes,
our remits from the European Union, the EIT, is actually not in deployment. So we are about innovation and education and business creation, but we are also about creating impact. So EIT is measuring us on this, and to scale is impact, right? A business startup needs to scale. We can help with that, but for the innovation projects, it's more tricky. So we don't currently have, let's say, capacity, and basically the EIT doesn't want us to do this, but they still expect us to help on this. So you heard our colleagues from Factory, Luis and Johan earlier. Factory will look into this and develop some offerings for you, for the partners, to help scale or replicate and adjust proven concepts that have been demonstrated within our, for example, innovation projects. But also for the innovation hubs, I think we will need to look into ways where we can help the partners in our hubs to scale or adapt existing pilots for their needs. And some of the funding opportunities that we would probably all like to look into, I will certainly for North, is programs like the EU Interreg program, but also some of the regional investment banks and certainly some different national funding structures that can help our partners to scale or to take on some of these blueprint solutions and make good for them in their own geography. So this is something we will need to focus on over the coming year to develop with you such offerings, but be patient because, as I said, on the one hand, certainly for the innovation type projects, the EIT really doesn't want us to do it. They will not allow us to spend much resources on it, but we have a feeling that many of our partners would really appreciate it. So we will need to find models where we can work with professional advisors in this thing and actually be able to provide package services for the partners interested in scaling or proving some of these projects that have been shown on the ground that work well. Thank you.
Well, Judith, Daniel, who's gone, Henrik, Edwin, Traian, thanks a lot for sharing the insights and also for bringing forward this interesting information to all of us. And now I think that we go on with the program, no? As Freddie Mercury would say, show must go on.
Show must go on, right. So thank you all. And of course, you can also directly connect with them. You don't have to go through the hubs, but you can also, the contacts are on the website. So if you want to connect with Henrik, Traian, Daniel, or Edwin, approach them directly.